where it began. I can't begin to knowing, but then I know it's growing strong.
Introduce yourself.
Okay, my name is Caroline Grace Williams, or CG. You can call me whatever you want. Yeah, here I am.
How long have you been attending Harpeth Hall?
I came to Harpeth Hall in 10th grade. I applied in 5th grade, and I actually got into the school. And I was really excited about going, but that was when I started Pure Energy, and so my parents were kind of hesitant about sending me to Harpeth Hall because I was going to be gone every day, and it's a good thing that they didn't send me to Harpeth Hall because I would have missed at least one day a week. And I feel like if I had gone in 5th grade, I wouldn't have had a chance to come back in high school because it would have been too much up and down, and it just wouldn't have been a really good reflection on my ability in school because I'd be so off because I would always be gone and stuff. So yeah, I came in 10th grade, and I love it, and I wish I could have come in 5th grade, but I wouldn't really trade the experiences I had in Pure Energy because I learned a lot. But sometimes I do think about what it would be like if I came in 5th grade and I got to do like the George Washington ceremony and like a Sikh project. I don't know, it would be different, but it would have been fun, so.
What are a few words you would use to describe yourself?
Okay, words I would use to describe myself would be energetic, for sure. So yeah, I have a lot of energy. I'm really positive. I like to look at the bright side because it's not very fun if you're always looking at the negative. And I guess like spiritual because I tend to have a very spiritual outlook on life just from my history, with Pure Energy and stuff, and then also I just feel like that's what motivates me a lot and gives me a lot of strength.
Do you have a favorite song?
I was thinking about this, and yes, well, okay, no. I like songs that I can sing to, so whatever song I feel like singing is my favorite song for that moment.
Yeah.
So, it changes.
It changes.
Yeah.
If you could, because we have to put one at the beginning of the video,
Mm-hmm.
if you could pick one that you particularly enjoy always, or just like right now.
Okay, do A Girl Named Tennessee.
Okay.
Oh no! Or do Sweet Caroline,
That's a good one.
because I'm Caroline.
Because you're Caroline. That's good. That's smart. That's also a great song. So.
And my dad used to sing that to me when I was little.
Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, do you have a favorite movie, a favorite book, a favorite food, color?
Yeah, my favorite movie of all time is A Cinderella Story with Hilary Duff, and I love it so much. And also The Notebook, which sometimes I feel really embarrassed saying because it's like such a traditional movie and everyone likes it. And then my favorite food is probably mac and cheese, made by my mom with broccoli, and then the top is Cheez-Its. Oh, it's so good. And then favorite book. I don't like to read.
If you don't have a favorite book, you don't have to say it. Just cut that out.
I mean, I like to read Gatsby, but I think I'm just saying that because Leslie just said it. Is there like a favorite other thing?
Yeah, favorite TV show.
Oh my gosh, I love Pretty Little Liars. And I don't know if I like it because I like the storyline or I like it because I just really want to be on it.
Yeah, no, those are legitimate reasons. What activities do you do outside of school that you really love?
Well, I think because I came to Harpeth Hall late, I have this like constant fear that I'm not going to be involved in anything. So I have a like slight problem of overcommitting. So after school, I usually have a pretty hectic schedule. I like to do the plays at Harpeth Hall and MBA. I like to do chorus. I like to do dance. Yeah.
Why do you enjoy those activities?
I really like performing. Ever since I was little, after my first dance recital, I came off the stage and I said to my mom, I said, Mom, I just love the stage. And ever since then, I've just kind of been in love with performing and the history of performing in theater history, and I've just really enjoyed it.
What's your favorite show that you've ever been in?
My favorite show that I've ever been in? When I was 9, I was in a show at Opryland, and it was the only year that they didn't do the Rockettes show. It was the year they did a different show, and it was called Music City Holiday Spectacular, and I was the only kid in it. And I think that might be why it was my favorite, but it was so much fun because I guess it was my first time to really be in a professional production, and I don't know, I just loved it. It was around Christmas time too, so of course everything is happier around then. But I got to sing and dance, and it was just I guess that was when I really realized that I loved to perform and that I wanted to do that for the rest of my life. So I'll always have that memory.
I guess that leads me to my next question. Do you know what you're planning to do in the future?
Yeah, kind of. When I say what I know what I'm going to do, it sounds like I have it really put together, but I really don't. I promise I don't. But right now, I'm planning on doing a BA in theater with a minor in musical theater. And then I was thinking about doing a double major in political science because I really liked Mr. Springman's contemporary issues class, and it just kind of gave me this world perspective on countries around us and other issues that are going on in the world. And I really actually enjoyed politics, which is funny because a lot of times people hate politics. But I thought that maybe I could, once I had a chance to perform professionally, because I'm not going to be able to do that forever, I could use a political science degree to maybe do broadcast journalism, like on CNN or something, or be a talk show host on a talk show that talks about current issues. Because if you think about it, you're always in front of the camera and like performing to an audience, so you'd have to have a background in, I guess, performing, and then a separate knowledge on political science and theater. So I don't know, it's a really weird combination, but I don't know, it might work. We'll see. And I also really want to be a youth minister. I don't know how that's gonna like squeeze in there, but I've always loved ministry, especially with kids, like high school kids, just because I feel like I've gone through a lot in high school, and so I can relate to them, and I want to share my past experiences with other people and help them through problems that I've had.
What do you think are the best things about Harpeth Hall, and what are some things you might change?
Okay, best things about Harpeth Hall is I really like how it teaches you to just be like a strong, independent woman. And I feel like if I hadn't come to this school, I wouldn't have had those qualities in myself. I would have had some independency, but I feel like here I've really been taught to be strong in my values and what I believe in, and to not give in to what other people say or if they try to persuade you, but to just be strong in what you believe and who you are. And I feel like that's really important. And actually, that's another thing that I want to do is I'm really passionate about like preaching that to young girls, because I know that I kind of struggled with that when I was little, and so I really want to like help send that message out to girls that like being yourself is so important, and that it's like so unique, and that there's no reason to be embarrassed by that or to hide that, because it really means a lot when everyone's different. Because if everyone was the same, then it would be so boring. But if you like share your unique qualities, then it's so exciting to see what everybody has to offer. So
good answer. Who are some people that have been role models in your life or just been very influential?
Role models. Well, I feel like there's a lot of different qualities and aspects about different people that I like, and so maybe so-and-so's personality will influence me one way, but then so-and-so's faith or so-and-so's like worth ethic will inspire me in another way. So I feel like a lot of different aspects of people kind of all put together make up things that inspire me. But if I had to pick a specific person, I feel like Aiden has really inspired me a lot this past year. Just because she's a really strong person, And she has really unique values, and I really respect that about her. And then also my mom, which even though we fight all the time and sometimes I feel like I'm gonna like go crazy, she shows me what it's like to, be a strong, independent woman and to have a good work ethic and to love unconditionally. So,
what have been some of your favorite moments here at Harpeth Hall and why?
Okay, one of my favorite moments at Harpeth Hall was when we ran in senior year to the rock music and we stood up on the stage and sang the alma mater, because I just felt like that was a time where I really felt like we were all together before we graduated and that we were just starting the senior year off right, kind of as a giant family. I know that sounds really cheesy, but we were all together going to start the senior year off right and with a bang, I guess. I also really just enjoyed small moments like eating lunch in the senior house. I've gotten to know so many other people and like such a large group of people that I would have never gotten to know if we just happened to be hanging out in the same place. So I feel like it's just those little moments and those little conversations that you have with people that spark such a unique friendship that I would never assume that I would have had if I was looking towards the future like 10 years ago.
What are some things that you consider to be your greatest accomplishments in life or in high school? And is there anything that maybe you would have done differently had you known?
I don't know. I don't really like this question because I feel like sometimes, I don't know, I just feel like it's like braggy.
Yeah, you don't have to answer it if you don't want to.
I guess like, I don't know, I guess like Pure Energy was an accomplishment, but I didn't really do anything. Like,
it can be anything. Like people think, I guess accomplishments is a hard way for people to, when you hear that you think like I need to brag on myself, but a lot of people have like little things, overcoming just like little fears or anything. It's not like, it doesn't have to be an award or something.
Okay, I got something. At the beginning of this year, I set a couple goals for myself. Just things that I felt like I needed to do before I graduated. And one of them was getting to know everyone in our grade. And I feel like I'm getting closer and closer to that goal. And I love it because everyone's so different and unique and everything about everyone is so interesting. Like I would have never known some of the things. I would have never known the Hong twins if it wasn't for the senior house and we were all crammed in there and I got to meet them. I mean, I met them, but like I got to really know their personality. Also, another goal that I set for myself was that off-campus lunch, I would have lunch with a different person every lunch because it's not, I mean, I love my friends, but it's no fun if you're always eating with them. I mean, it is, I guess, but I felt like it would just be so much more fulfilling to meet with a different group of people every day because that would be just one way to get to know them and get to see who they really are before I left. So that's been really fun, and I don't know, it's just been so crazy to see how everyone is so different.
Which classes and teachers here have you really loved?
Well, I said this earlier, but I really liked Mr. Springman's Contemporary Issues class. It was just really eye-opening, I guess. Because even though I feel like at Harpeth Hall we get a well-rounded education, it was still interesting just to be in a class with various opinions, and it was a place where people were going to argue against what you believed. And you really had to look at your own opinion and analyze it, and you were kind of doubtful, but you really had to come to the conclusion that, is this really what I believe? Do I think that this is correct, or do I think this is incorrect? I don't know, it was really cool. I don't know, there's like little things about little classes that I've enjoyed, but not like an entire class at whole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. What advice do you think you would give, I guess to you, this would apply to sophomore self, just like at the beginning of everything, what do you think you would tell them to do?
If I had to give advice to myself, when I first came to Harpeth Hall, I would just say, like, not be afraid to just totally embrace who you are and be confident, because I feel like at first I was like, oh no, I gotta fit in and I gotta have friends and everything, which, I mean, I think that's understandable, but I wish I had just been more confident in who I was and just been myself. Because I feel like that this year I've done that and it's been a lot more successful than 10th grade when I was more reserved, so.
What do you think you're going to miss most about high school?
I ask myself this question a lot, actually, because as we are getting ready to go to college, I feel like I'm at a perfect place right now, because there's things about Harpeth Hall that I love, and there's things that I'm really going to miss, but I'm still looking forward to the future. And I feel like a lot of people are at a point where they cannot stand Harpeth Hall anymore, and they're just ready to go. And I'm really glad that I'm not at that point, because I feel like when I do move on to college, I can look back with a positive outlook and be like, wow, that was a really good time there. But if I had to pick a specific thing that I would miss, I would just say the fellowship among the friendships here, and the relationships with the teachers. Yeah, I feel like I'm just gonna really miss being in an environment like surrounded by people who are always willing to work hard, who have a good mindset, who inspire you to work harder and to be a better person, because I feel like that's really kept me motivated throughout this whole year.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Okay, yeah.
Oh.
I feel like a lot of times people look at me and they think that I'm just like the typical Harpeth Hall girl, which I mean, I guess it can fall under that category or whatever, but and they look at my past, like being in Pure Energy, and it's a Christian band, and I was really sheltered when I first came here and stuff. And so I feel like a lot of times people just automatically assumed that I was really conservative and that I was really reserved and really well grounded in my faith and had like a perfect relationship with God or whatever. And I feel like it's the total opposite. People wouldn't know that I'm pro-choice and that I support gay marriage and that I struggle with my faith daily. And in fact, I go through times of doubt and confusion just like everyone else. And I don't know, I feel like a lot of people just don't know that about me.
Oh, good.
I really wanted to say that.
Yeah, I didn't